I was craving some tea today. I absolutely love tea fragrances. This one here is Wulong Cha by Nishane. This bottle has been in my collection for about a month and a half now. And as you can see, I've done a decent dent. Now, that wouldn't be all that impressive if this was the only bottle I had. Probably be pretty expected, maybe a little more. But I have a lot of fragrances and I rotate them all the time, depending on my mood. But you can tell my mood has been putting this on, not only by itself, but layering. But nonetheless, Nishane Wulong Cha. This is a beautiful oolong tea fragrance with fig, musk. It has orange, some bergamot. I absolutely love this fragrance. I don't think I could go without a bottle of this now, having owned it and how much I've worn it, and it's just kind of settled into being a part of me when I do wear it. It is not super loud, but at the same time it kind of is. It's an X-straight, so it does kind of last a long time. I can smell this up to 8 hours later, sometimes even longer at a skin scent, but it is very nice and fresh, clean, airy. I've gotten a lot of compliments while wearing this. People ask me, what the hell are you wearing? And I tell them I'm wearing Wulong Cha, and they look at me and say, what is that? And I have to explain to them that it's a really nice oolong tea fragrance. And sometimes if you're not in the fragrance world, you might ask, tea fragrance? Like, I didn't know they made fragrances that are tea based, and this one encapsulates it perfectly, in my opinion. This smells like a cup of tea, like oolong tea, a little bit of green to it. It feels like sitting out in a garden enjoying a nice glass of tea. It's kind of warm out, and you get this nice aroma coming up and just punching you in the nose. It's absolutely beautiful. As it settles later on, it turns into this nice figgy, like musky fragrance. It is just a beauty. I'll put the price up on the screen. This is a niche fragrance, but I think this is a really affordable and relatively reasonable fragrance price for the fragrance. It's not all that expensive. This is the 50 ml bottle. I think what you're getting for the price here is really on point for the way that the current market is and how much fragrances have just gone up. This feels like a pretty fair value to me. It is not blind buy safe, as I say in most of my videos. It's something that you want to get your nose on, test out for yourself, sample it on skin. But I do think it's a very, very remarkable fragrance. And if you do like tea, if you do like these kind of green, like fragrances that lean into the cleanliness of having a skin scent, musk, later on down in the dry down, I think that you'd be very happy with this. I absolutely love this one, and I am burning through the juice on it, but that's okay. As soon as I am done with this bottle, I will be getting another bottle. I just think it's that powerful. I don't think I'm going to be able to not have it in my collection. One thing I did want to mention is that this one was a little bit weird to me when I first got a sample of it. And I say weird in the sense that I wasn't all that sure if I liked it or not. But I'm going to show you right now why that's the case. I smelled it on a tester strip the first time I got it. And I like it now on the tester strip, but it's only because I have bonded with this fragrance. I've fused with it. But the first time I put this on a strip when I was testing this out, I was not sure. I was like, oh my God, that's like super grassy. And it's like, no, why would I want to smell like a bag of lawn clippings? That's not at all what I get here. At first spray on the strip, it definitely hits me like, hit me like that in the past. But now that I've worn this and I've let it dry on the skin and I've let my nose kind of try to talk to what's going on with this fragrance. And yes, there's a little bit of grassiness there, but not grass clippings. It's not this like bag of wet clippings. It morphs into your skin. You get this citrus on the top, a little bit of like the juice that runs down the outside of a orange rind in the heat. And then this nice tea starts to bubble up through these citruses, and then the creamy fig kind of comes later on. It's a little bit creamy because it's added with musk, but it's also somewhat dry. It's just very weird, and I might not be doing it justice, but it's a dry fragrance. It's not all that sweet. The tea throws a little bit of a sharp sweetness to it. Not an offensive sharp, but there's a tiny bit of sweetness there. Most of this is dry, and most of this is citrusy on the top. But remarkably, it is one of my favorite fragrances. The bottle is very nice. Heavy bottle, heavy cap. It is not magnetized, but it plops down onto the bottle very nicely. Very satisfying snap. And it just feels luxurious. It feels like when I'm wearing this, my confidence exudes. I really love how this just makes me feel when I'm in the scent bubble. I feel clean. I feel confident. It is just, it's up there for me. It really is. It's one of my absolute favorites. I can't recommend it enough for people to learn more about this fragrance, get their nose on it, and see if it's something that you like. I think that it's also one of those niche fragrances that is like entry level. This is where you start to get a little bit artsy with niche, in the sense that you're not going to find many designer fragrances, I feel like, that are in this territory. Maybe Hermes, you might find that with Terre de Hermes, because that's on the drier side. But again, I feel like you're kind of just passing that barrier into the niche where things start getting fun and artsy with certain things. But again, I would say this is very inoffensive and mass appealing. I can't see anybody getting offended by this. If anything, I see people complimenting the hell out of you for wearing this, because that's what I have experienced personally. Let me know if you've tried this, if you've tried the Wulong Cha X version, or if you've tried any other Nishane versions. I'd be very curious to see what you have to say down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.